I'm in a very intense compositional period right now. This is a huge project for me, much bigger than anything I've ever done before. And so it's really exciting, scary, challenging in every way. And yet I'm really so grateful for the opportunity, and I really want this in my life. So one of the things that I noticed right away with dealing with such a large project is that I could get into very dark places of like, oh my God, I'll never get to the end of this, and writing music just slowing to a crawl because I'm so filled with fear that there's so much to do and there's so much to go. So one of the goals I had with this was to try to find some way through my process, whereas I could be faced with such a large undertaking and still recognize that in the end, it always comes down to being present in the moment that I'm writing. And you folks out there in Cameraland that are creative in your lives, you know when you're faced with doing something, especially artistic is the usual way it's thought of, there's always that feeling of wanting to get up out of the chair and run from it. Because it's your baby, you want it to be these things and do these things. And so it's very easy to get trapped in a kind of anxious, and that's what builds blocks for artists. Is the idea that it has to function in some way. You're going to get something out of this. And so, what I've been really working on was how I could really write on a project and write every day for like 6 months, a year, and be present and work with that fear. Find a way that fear would be part, not so much part of the story, but how could I transcend it without pushing it away? And now that we're closer to the end, I actually can say that I've made a lot of progress in that. And I think the mind is so creative when it's free of fear. And that's the whole goal of an artist, to clear out the fear and the worry and let your mind go. Let it explore all the possibilities. Let it look at all the ways that it's not what it should be. Let that be okay, and then just go with where that's going, and just leap out over the edge. So, I just want to say, for the record, how grateful I am to have this challenge, to be part of this undertaking with all these amazing artists that I would never have had the chance to work with so closely. As I'm in a touring group, and we normally have these 1 day, 2 day kind of things. This has been a major chunk of my life to be here and to be working with all of you. And it's been really very moving for me. And I know I will leave here being a deeper, stronger musician. I really appreciate that.